Mm.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Ni hao.
Yo.
Hello.
Wait. Oh, God. Ni hao. Washu Jeremy. I don't know. Remember the fucking.
Shisha. We're on the winning team, bro. We're switching sides. We'll switch sides. Winning team now.
Washu Laozi.
Ooh, Wei Shangxian.
I'm being chilling.
Okay, stop.
Hello.
No.
Okay, no more. Okay, cool. No
You
problem.
you don't get to do it.
No.
Why?
Okay, anyway.
But why?
Who wants to hit me with a recap, please, dear God? Okay. Awesome.
Sping. It's on Sping.
Yeah, Sping. The person who's asleep at his desk right now that we moved up here.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Very well.
Who wants to do the recap as Sping in his accent?
Hmm.
Actually,
True
it's real
inspiration.
offense.
I was gonna do it.
For double inspiration, yeah.
Please, Nob, just do it. Just you don't have to do the whole thing. This is like...
Oh my god.
Last time we did a lot of I don't know what the word
Plotting? Scheming?
yeah, plotting and maintenance of the city. We finished the Grand Arena and had a big opening with Shadow Washers chasing people. It was a huge success. We doubled our gold size and gained a lot of gold for all of stuff. Then we got interrupted by some Thomas claiming to have information. It seems okay, and he seems loyal to us, so we turned him into a fiend. Because he was clearly worthy, he became a daemon, not a demon or a devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Zig got scared of a slave for some reason.
Yeah, so... Oh, were you done? That's...
Yeah.
Okay. Inspiration for you. Thank you for actually doing it. So here's... here's the difficult... sorry. Part. I know he wants to do stuff with that slave. I know that came off kind of weird sounding, but I don't mean it that way. The problem is that he's not here to roleplay that. And it's a roleplay encounter. So... I'm just gonna pause that, just so that we can do all the other stuff, because I don't really see a way around it. It sucks that he's gonna miss that opportunity, but I come on, we got a lot of game to play, so let's get through it. As you guys may have, why are you doing that with your eyebrows, Zahaab? It's very distracting.
Apologies, I was about to cough really loud.
Oh, I see. Okay. I looked over, and he's doing this fucking Mr. Bean, like... Okay, now he's mewing, and... no. Alright. Never mind. It's not funny. Now it's cringe. Now I'm cringing. Anyway. So. You have some time before your mission's supposed to begin. You just finished making a lot of wealth and a influx of additional people, more scheming, more things to do, more events for us to roll through. So, unless you guys have something specific that you want to do, I can move time forward and to the next events. Also, bless you, Zahaab. I can see you're coughing pretty bad.
Thank you.
I hope you feel better soon.
Inshallah.
Shallah? I don't know what that is.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
It's like if God's will.
I think we all have that.
Oh, I see. Oh, I just don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an Islamic affirmation.
Oh, okay.
Salute.
Inshallah. Well, that's kind of a cool name. Cool thing. Yeah.
Inshallah,
Mash-
they find you now.
Mashallah, bye.
Okay, now I feel like you're fucking with me. I was Is he fucking with me?
No, I'm not. I would not.
It means if God
anyway.
wills it. Oh!
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you guys want to do?
So what would continue the research?
Yeah, did we go over the stuff from last time? Yeah, all of us that sort of booked stuff in, and I don't know.
It's in notes still, as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me bring that open, make sure that matches what I have. You wanted to... Okay, some research there. Crafting and implement. Learning, researching demonic campaign. Research how many soul coins needed to evolve a greater version of a current feat. And craft quarterstaff. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I'm just asking: do you want me to move time forward for that? Because I have events and stuff that I have to trigger and get through.
Oh yeah, the question: would Scat be so during the process of making this person into a fiend? Scat was quite worrisome, was really worried for making the group do it. He tried to convince somewhat Thomas to, instead of taking the guaranteed ascension, to battle for some higher chances at greater things. In addition, Scat tried to instill some weakness within this fiend that he can exploit later. What was does he know what this thing is, or does he just know that there's something different about this fiend?
So he is a daemon in service. He's similar to Swar, that he's a daemon in service to one of the four horsemen. Specifically, he is in service to, I believe, Famine is what I rolled for him. So
Yep.
I've still got art to order for him, but your failsafe went through. I believe we need to discuss on: is it a word that you speak? Is it a symbol that you press? What is your interaction point for that failsafe?
I didn't really know. I didn't know this was an option. I guess. Is there any way I can roll for it?
Well, to be clear, you said you wanted to put in a weakness, right? Something that could be exploited in case he went wackadoodle. Did you want to, or in case he went against you? Now, did you want that to be a direct control, or did you want that to be like a combat weakness? Let's start there.
I assume like a direct control
would
be best, right? It supersedes the combat weakness. That's what Scout would be aiming for.
Okay, in that case, do you want it to be voice command activated? Do you want it to be implement based? So like you have to hold an object, then you can enact control over. Do you want it to be a perhaps a symbol that you can draw in the vicinity? I'm looking for the interaction point.
I think it would be most emblematic of like Scat's build that it was like a sigil of some sort.
Okay, a sigil that is drawn. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially the sigil one means that if you draw the sigil or present the sigil more accurately in the vicinity that this creature can see it, it becomes subservient to the next person to command it.
Okay. Like, if I put like this sigil on like a handkerchief or something, and then like show it to him, would this activate it? Like, it's something that I can pass on to another person?
Yeah. Although don't put it on a handkerchief because it'll fade. Pick something a little more sturdy than that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like a rolled piece of parchment or something, or maybe like a metal tablet might be something to consider that you could just flash.
Yeah. Okay. This makes sense.
Stuff like that.
So, I am. Would Scat be able to himself in quick time put that sigil on a piece of metal so he can carry it around?
Yeah.
Or will he have to go to somebody else for this?
No, you could do that. I mean, you're a cipher mage. You can inscribe things. You know how to do that. So.
Yeah. Okay. This works.
Okay.
Just for reference, it's being presented with the sigil or having it drawn on him.
No. It's if the character in question that is meant to be controlled sees the symbol, they enter a suggestible state. That's what it means. So, like, let's say he's fighting and like he turns against you guys. If you present the symbol, you can then he's in a suggestible state. So the next suggestion that he hears, he'll attempt to follow.
Okay, so we have it for a note.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oakley dokley. So we got that aside.
Sorry, just one more thing.
Mhm.
So if we just keep the sigil in his vision, can we like chain commands onto them, or is it like a one-use?
Well, they enter a suggestible state and they are unable to act on their own. They go by your commands. It's a direct control sort of thing.
Okay, cool.
So essentially, you would only use that if it was like you needed to make him stop doing something. It would be unwise to use it to be the main... You don't want to replace standard orders that you give him to do that, because then he loses objectability, judgment, intuition, things like that. He becomes robotic and automatic. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. But yeah, okay, cool. Anybody else want to lock anything in before I start moving time forward?
No.
All right, sounds good. Here we go. So I believe we have another month. Our days. That was fun. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Let's start rolling. Here we go. Week passes. Okay, no major event. Double check my story events. Make sure none of those trigger. Let's see. Triggering. Not yet. Okay, check players' notes. Swar's research will be completed. The number of soul coins needed to evolve into a greater version of the current fiend is pretty substantial. It's calculated in the hundreds if you used yourself as a base, because you're already fairly high up on the scale. You're about mid-level. If we were using 1 to 20, you're about 9, which is pretty high. To advance a Lemire, for example, an actual Lemire, would be like a couple soul coins. And it kind of... The best way to think about it is you take the level of the creature, like the CR, so a Lemire would be like CR half or whatever. Or that's a bad example. CR1, let's just say. To go to the next level, it takes the number of that level, and then times 2 for each level that you go up. So to go to 2, it would be 2. To go from 2 to 3, it would be 6. To go from 3 to 4, it would be 16. To go from 4 to 5, it would be 20. So on and so forth. It gets pretty exponential.
It seems quite facile for Gabriel and not for the rest of us.
Agreed.
As they are a Lemire, after all.
Okay, let's see if any other questions or research. Crafting. Hey, quarterstaff crafting could be done. Implement crafting can be done. I'll have to randomly roll that stuff. Did you send it to me in a DM? The choices that you made? Hold on.
Me?
Or did I do that myself? Double check.
Which choices?
The choices for I was talking to Zahaab. The choices for his spell book.
I don't believe I wrote them in notes. I can write them now.
Yeah. Go and write them out for me so I can do the hard rolls. And what did you want to craft for your quarterstaff as ThroatThief?
I was looking to add hilt onto it, possibly Venom Flux, and I would see if there's any other augmentations that could be made from here.
And this is a base quarterstaff, right?
Base quarterstaff.
Okay, base quarterstaff. Let's get open the old crafting menu. So,
Are you going to use patience and enhance it, or? We do have a
If
lot.
users
So.
would be open to it, I'd be happy to try it.
you can use patience to give it magic enchantments, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you said hilt and venom flux, right? So that makes it a tier 3. I believe you guys have access to tier 7 with the iron cage. Go look real quick. Yeah, it would be tier 7, so that's 400 gold.
Okay.
Let's see, what options do we have here for you for a quarterstaff?
I'm going to recommend Profane on Hollowed.
I've already got Profane as base through the Love Late feed I have to take.
Okay.
Non-Hollowed isn't a bad idea.
That's an idea. You could put throwing on it and use an enchantment from the patience to make it returning. So you could throw it like a Jedi lightsaber and just bonk people and it comes back. That'd be pretty cool. You said you wanted to do poison stuff with it, right?
Yeah, this Venom Flux, try it out.
Well, yeah, but you could give it seeping and put actual poisons from Swar in it. So not only would you do poison damage from the flux, but you'd also be able to apply poison onto the quarterstaff. Something to consider.
Seeping. Okay.
Yeah, so seeping's the better form of hollow. You'd need to have both, but if you do, you expend doses only once for each attack in a round. So you just bop, 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 bop. You could essentially do a big burst of poison damage on a target to like hit them with debilitating effects, or you could just stack a bunch of damage on it, which would be pretty nice. Another thing you might consider is raiding. The raiding property is pretty good, and you guys are going to be doing a lot of taps fingers together, pillaging, perhaps raiding of some kind. I know that makes Nob very happy, but sorry. God, Zahaab's rubbing off on me. Anyway, yeah, that's a good thing. Raiding, what it actually does is it gives you increased money from enemies you kill, and increases loot thresholds and stuff. So you literally make money when you kill people. So pretty cool, I think. Let's see. Another good one would be well, here. I'll put it in notes. This is the crafting area. Just take a little look in there, see if anything jumps out. But those are some ideas that I just thought of for your particular setup. And you can, of course, use patience to magically enchant your staff to give it more cool stuff.
Is it 1 patience per enchantment, or would it be scaling?
It scales dependent upon the enchantment type that you want. So, for example, if you want a +1 enhancement bonus, that's, I believe... God, I have a scale for this. It's 2 patience for a +1, 4 patience for a +2, and 8 patience for a +3. And whenever you get one of those enchanted items, it comes with enchanted properties that can be rolled. This part is always random and can't be adjusted in any way. But it can come with extra effects, and it will also, based off of the power of the weapon or item of any kind, really, but a weapon in this case, will be the amount of constant exposure that it has, which you, as a demon, don't care about. But it will be important because there are some game mechanics that directly associate with that. So.
Okay, so I'd have to consider it, which
Yeah.
I can do.
I think the biggest thing to consider is that if you guys make a bunch of magic items, it's going to increase the already quite impressive level of exposure that you guys carry around with you, which means you'll be even easier to spot. So, in terms of, like, enemy types that detect magic. It's the downside of all the extra power that you have from being monsters, is that you're easier to detect because of it. So that's something to keep in mind.
It is. So I don't think I'll go too crazy, but having a +1 enhancement to it would be very appealing to a quarterstaff.
Yep, +1 attack damage. Plus the +1 in enchantments that can be rolled are pretty cool. The +2 enchantments that can be rolled are also really cool. So it's really up to however you want to do it. Yeah. And you guys have 22 patients as of right now. So you have a little bit to work with, you know. I wouldn't go crazy, but you got a little bit. So yeah, something to consider. And let me go check Zahaab. Did he post his?
I forgot one of the things. I'm looking through the VOD. I'll have it in like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. And if, let's see, that's good. Making a demonic hymn. Okay. So you want to write a hymn, is what you're trying to do here?
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to make a demonic one?
Yeah.
Okay. Would I... Oh, you just make spell system. Let's see here. Alright, this one will take some rolls. I need you to make me some religion checks, please.
Let's see. Alright, let's go. How many?
Let's start with 1.
Okay. Alright. Boop.
Okay.
14.
Number 2.
Eight.
And a
6.
third one.
Okay. 6.
Unfortunately, you have not made any progress in the writing of a sufficiently empowered hymn.
Oh. That's fine.
And Dig is adding study of corruption and applications. Okay. Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and move time forward.
Not when I finished. How much time is left on the month?
You have 3 weeks left.
Maybe I should look into getting a better armor so I can protect myself against magic, because I'm pretty beefy against physical damage. But I don't know the best way to do that. Would it be to
I mean, aren't you a
upgrade the
monk?
current?
Are you a monk, though?
I am a monk, but I have half damage against physical damage when I trance. But I don't really have anything against magic.
Well, your AR applies to magic. From your withstanding stance and stuff.
Yeah,
But,
when I actively use it, right? But
well, yeah,
I don't really have the bonus action to withstanding a lot, so...
Okay, well, let's see.
I can only just have a mana weave studded. But maybe if I add some magic protection on the armor, it can...
Well, I mean, you can make it profane, and then it'll work.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Mana Weave, profane.
That's... how much is that? 800? Or is it
That's 5
600?
tier. That's 5 tier.
Yeah.
So, tier 5 is 1,600 to buy.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. I need to reduce the money I spent on the army thingy.
I forget that this track has just some guy getting whipped in the background and he's just yelling. It's really perfect. Oh god.
Okay, I have enough of that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, there you go. Profane Mana Weave armor.
Very good.
Okay. I'll wait for Zahaab to get back because the next thing has an event. So. Actually, while I'm here, let me double check. Let's see here. The mission given to you guys. Fuck. I think I lost my place.
We were to be teleported to Saphira in
Yeah,
order
yeah.
to. Yep.
Oh, continue. Sorry, I was affirming.
Go to Saphira, and we were to meet with a local subsect that were.
Yeah, okay. So we haven't done that part yet. All right, good. I'm a little far ahead in my notes here. Okay. What you got for me, Zahaab?
I'll put it in notes. So,
Okay.
just to remind everyone, the pages are made from the parchment is soaked in ichor from the corrupted earth that we made while fighting. The adornment is a quicksilver medallion for chaos. The cover is lined in sigils with overlapping sigils made of portalis chalk, and the spine is made of the druidic stones as well as the corrupted earth from the places near Philopedal where that portal used to be, and we fought.
So you have the mastery in conjuration, right?
Yeah, my master is currently in conjuration, and
Yeah.
I'm a cipher scroll with all the stuff to make me be able to make like
Very nice.
books and pages faster. So I have the proficiency and I believe the skill focus in like scribe's kit, and then the forging implements for like spell books and stuff. So I'm really specced into this. Should have probably done this earlier.
Oh, good. We're getting it done now.
No, I meant like as a character. I like built this character. Forgot that I was meant to do this way earlier on.
Oh, okay.
You forgot you're a wizard?
Yeah, kinda.
You're a wizard, Harry. A what? I gotta think of some really pretentious name if it's Scat's book. Like unnecessarily like piece of language that nobody uses.
Yeah, if we can come up with it
Let me,
together.
let me open the thesaurus and let's see what I can find here.
Which ChatGPT is the best thesaurus.
Let's see.
Doesn't work all the time. The last time I tried to use it, it named the item network service down. Didn't make sense, but it sounded
Bro,
cool.
I regurgitated all the green tea that I had been drinking this entire session, bro. That's so funny, bro. Network service. How are you so quick, man?
Not its Parks and Recreations.
I see. Still, man, the recall go crazy.
That's weaponized autism for you, baby.
Weaponized autism.
It's
Yeah,
interesting.
boy. That is literally like the only thing keeping us afloat as a society right now, the autists.
Hey, here.
What was the property that allowed me to retrieve it if I were to throw it at an enemy?
Returning.
Turning. Where the fuck can I see it?
You cannot enchant your stepdad with returning. That
He never
requires more
comes back.
patience than we have.
You can do the opposite with your stepdad, Terry.
Yeah, he never leaves.
Find it first.
Okay, I think I'm cooking with something very scat.
Bro is cooking with doo-doo right now.
Ew.
It might even be funny to give it like a super simple name. Like it just goes completely against his ethos as a
Book of markings or some like scraps of feel good book.
It's called Book by Arthur McFaken Name.
Dum Dum's scratch pad.
Etch a Sketch 2.0.
God, this I'm I'm making a Oh god. This is good. This is good. Good. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, that's definitely going in there.
Zahaab, how long does your glyphs last? If you put them down.
One long rest.
Ah, okay, so this stone is just a stone.
With the stone is just a stone.
I have a Hellfire stone, but it's just a stone.
Ah, yeah, it's just a stone now.
Oh yeah. Alright, you ready? This is the name of it. I haven't typed up the effects yet. This is the name. Tell me what you think about this name. I'll put it in your notes. It is the Codex of Trenchant Superliciousness Substantiated for Malignant Gosha.
That's solid. That's a solid one. Malignant Gosha was my ex-wife's name.
Malignant Gosha. Oh no, dude.
She was from Georgia.
She was from Georgia. Alright, let me get this typed up.
She used to tell me she was related to Stalin, but I didn't believe her.
Do you believe her now?
Yeah. Yeah, she took half my shit. Like Stalin took half of your... Yeah.
No!
That's crazy.
Stalin took half of you. Okay, here we go.
I actually had never seen the word Trenchant before. Like you said, Codex of Trenchant.
Yeah.
So I read it as Chan, which Trend is like a famous steroid. It's like the most memed steroid. So it's like, just Trend Chan sounds like a fucking steroid dealer, dude. That's gonna be my lifting name when I start releasing bodybuilding content.
Yeah, is Trend Chan.
Trend Chan, dude.
It's already marketable, isn't it?
It's gonna be your icon. It's gonna be like a little drug walking around, running around, basically.
A little syringe with arms, dude.
Oh my god.
A little chibi syringe.
Yes.
Just doing the pump walk.
Injecting synth oil. Shit.
Okay, so for chat as well as myself, I actually had to search this word up. Trenchant, forceful and clear, semicolon, penetrating. Whoa, dude. He's got the penetrating codex, dude.
What tier is braced?
I believe it's tier 4, but yeah, I believe it's tier 4. I have to go look, though. I'm neck deep in making this.
Sorry.
Ranged weapon with this property may be braced against as a shield for cover. And a +2
Okay,
bonus
so
to it.
I have a really stupid idea.
We can brace the quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff with this and hilt means I get to treat it as a shield, meaning it has +2, but with hilt in both ends, that I would have to.
But
with
it's not a ranged
two-hand.
weapon.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about getting thrown, which would technically make it a ranged weapon.
No, it makes it a thrown weapon.
Ah, bollock.
Ranged weapon in this case means projectile.
Why don't you just add a string to it and make it a big bow and arrow?
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's all. Yeah, just tie a string to it, and then it's not a quarterstaff. Then it's a bow. You can shoot.
Just add two, like cut the end, pull it apart, and add a rubber band. It's actually just a big sling.
Yeah.
That'll teach.
Slings are two-handed anyway.
And if it breaks, I can get some underwear, because, she doesn't wear underwear, and just put that on top and use it like an old-fashioned sling.
I did not need to know. She does not wear underwear.
Nice. Dude, actually, since slings are two-handed anyway, right? If I just make a big sling that I can, put into the ground, that'd be sick. It's like a portable ballista.
Skywatch? Wait, you mean? It's all the basic
What's a
missiles.
Skywatch?
It's like a special version of a crossbow that you put up with a tower shield and then just blast.
It's like a ghetto Skywatch. It's like a kobold Skywatch, dude.
Something to launch more shit in.
Okay, here we go. Sorry. It is time. Here is your spellbook. The Codex of Trenchant Superciliousness substantiated a form Malignant Gosha is whenever a spell would be hard cast while wielding this spellbook, it causes an explosion of 2d6 acid damage. Excuse me, 2d6 acid damage in a 10-foot radius around the origin point that the spell was being cast. This does not harm creatures with corruption. Whenever the wielder would kill an enemy, they gain a +1 to their intelligence for 1 round. Whenever the wielder of this spellbook would teleport, they may teleport an additional 10 feet.
That's what with the sigils? When they go off, they do not count as hard cast, right?
They do. They count as hard cast whenever they are activated.
Yeah. For some of the stealth stuff, this is actually bad. But other than that, this is really good.
This is not a quiet book. No.
Yeah.
But it does require that you be wielding it, so you could just put it away.
Oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah.
That works. And then, yeah, the teleportation and the intelligence are gonna go crazy. The damage is gonna be nice. I think I can put like a bunch of sigils onto somebody, and then they just walk up, and then it just collaterals.
And then boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I can put up to 3 on one target, so that's pretty sick.
66, not bad. Little tiny fireball, acid. Okay, good stuff. Boom, boom, bam.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, now that we got that done, we can move time forward because I have an event for us to go over. Put Thomas over there. Pig cubed over here. I'm just going to put Zig over here where he's trying to figure out his life. Okay, and... Did you guys actually hire the Weeping Blade and the Shade Merchant? These
Hire is like...
Okay. Did you want to work with these three people?
Yeah.
Well, not her, but these two.
Yeah, they're apprentices or whatever.
Yeah, the apprentice eye.
Okay. I need to adjust something for that, but... Okay. Go ahead and... Oh, this guy's not there. Okay. In the midst of your scheming and devilry, Pig will approach the party at their normal table. She will give a salute and bow. Then she will say, "My lords, we have received word of a merchant that wishes to speak with you. Under preliminary investigation, it would seem that this particular merchant has quite a bit of access. I thought it be worth your time to perhaps take a look upon him."
Oh, sounds like fun.
We'd be fools to turn this away.
Shall I fetch him?
I would say yes, but Scat has the final say.
Please do.
She will kneel, and then we'll go and fetch the merchant.
So, Zeke doesn't seem to have an issue with her. Is it... I thought he was afraid of all women, to be fair. Is that not true?
Whomst?
Zeke, the slaver.
Could be.
He broke her in. He might have obtained some deep intimacy in those trials.
Ah, of course. Mutual respect for true combat, torture, possibly sex. Say no more.
Not that intimate. He's a Uranian. A tribade, if you would. a homosexual.
Oh,
Yes, that's what you mean.
Yes. He left the
Oh my god.
He got kicked to the AFK channel.
right when I called him Tri-Bane.
No.
That was perfect timing.
All right.
oh, he's both queers. Good for him. Still
Okay.
think he's a strange creature, though.
All right. Big cubed. We'll open the doors and we'll lead in a very stylish-looking man. You'll see this guy.
That is pretty sick.
Nice.
Fucking hell.
He will give a bow, no doubt being informed by Pig Cubed on how to do so. Greetings, my lords. I am Viking Tylor, a merchant of wares, and a procurer of information. I had hoped to come forth before you to offer my services and perhaps have us mutually benefit one another.
You are welcome. You seem to be lettered and pedantical with your entrance.
I thank you for that sage evaluation. I hope to be further accommodating. If I might begin.
Go on.
I have come before you, not in judgment, but your particular proclivity towards the Goshen has put you in a certain position that I believe may yet afford unto me a useful endeavor. To be clear, I have recently come from the south, a place that has been ravaged by... As he takes a moment...
Fentanyl.
What?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You said from the south, ravaged by, and then I said fentanyl. I'm sorry.
It's just... I don't know.
That's what killed Pride Lake. That's what killed Pride Lake. It's just...
Anyway, he will continue. Yes, well, the South has been ravaged by a rather unknown ailment, one that, well, traditional methodologies of revelation have been as to unbecoming. Therefore, I've taken it upon myself to research in places that perhaps some might not venture to go. I would hope, specifically, that I might speak with your more pestilential members, in the hopes that perhaps our discussion might lead to the truth behind this mysterious plague that seems to be besetting the South. In
I like plagues. Plagues are good.
Well, yes, I'm sure, but yet it still stands that something must be done of it. In exchange for your aid in assisting with this strange occurrence, I would offer the following. Information on Mytharian patrols, indeed, what I believe to be their weakest points within the Pale City. I can also offer unto you a few names of their more potent and capable officers. And I have a bit of knowledge of the mountains in this area. I would be happy to reveal some of the locations of the yet since forgotten shafts, whose tunnels run throughout the mountains, and may yet find you a more sprawling network.
All the sundry and their foreboding mothers have come here with tales of Matherian routes. That is not an interest to us. They are commonplace.
Very well.
Not for information such as this, but they may sweeten the pot. Given the tunnels you discuss. Only, I believe this is only right to leave to our Maragrim here, our pestilence incarnate sits across from I.
If you find such information not to your liking, I understand, and I have come prepared for a secondary proposal.
Swar,
Yes.
Continue.
as you wish.
Sure. Give me the options. I like options.
Well, if the knowledge of the Matherians is not sufficient to you, then perhaps, as he studies the table carefully, you would like to know more about your potential rivals. Those that summon forth, well, demons in the name of a foreign deity. I have quite the knowledge of the cultists' movements within Saphira and in the overarching lands, perhaps giving you a accessing point to dealing with them.
Who would summon demons from a foreign deity that would oppose us?
Well, I dare say I know not exactly why they are doing so, only that they exist.
Well, researching diseases and pestilences quite a big hobby of mine, if you can imagine. So, this information seems worthy for me, at least.
He will give a bow, and then he will produce 3 scrolls. Might I have permission to approach?
Yes, very good. You could probably not hurt me anyway.
He will approach.
Halt.
will
Scat
not
raises
approach.
his palm and says, halt. As soon as he lays out those scrolls, Scat sort of peeps them, tries to analyze them for threat, ready to dispel the sigils upon the scrolls. As soon as he pulls them out, is there anything that seems threatening about his movements or the scrolls?
The scrolls? No. His movements? No. But he is not without weapons. You can see one of your own kind in him, as he is covered in sigils and glyphs meant to protect him. It seems he did not come to a meeting of demons, devils, and daemons unprepared.
And Gabriel kind of like examine his scrolls for any divination magic on him.
You don't notice this. Scat noticed this
Okay, cool.
because he's a cipher mage.
Okay.
What hexery might this be? With you tied to a fiend, laden in that craft. Scat kind of points to it as he points out that there's some hexery going on. He's questioning it.
He will respond. Well, I knew not the temperaments of your prestigiousness. I am, after all, just a lowly mortal. I might, as to perchance, attempted to be consumed, and with the greatest respect, I prefer not to be.
That business to consume traitors and such.
Respectable and wise. prudent, even. Come forward with your phylacteries.
It will then present 3 scrolls to you, Swar.
He will take them and place them on the table.
As you place them on the table, he will explain from back there. What you will see before you, my lords, is there are 2 scrolls which indicate the information that I promised, and the third is the information I was able to gather about the strange disease, poison, whatever it is, the miasma, that afflicts the South. I have taken my best shot at providing preliminary diagnoses, but I leave it in more capable hands. Okay, so, the 2 scrolls that are meant to be of trade, you see, have all sorts of Metherian information patrols. It also shows the movements of the cult. It would seem that the Cipher Scroll, Vice and Tilor, believes that you are servants of Agamemnon, as per is your disguise. It seems that he is not aware that you are also in service to Babylon. And that is the information that he has provided, the movements of the cultists of Babylon. From that, you're able to tell that it would seem that according to Vicen's information, some of the Babylonian cultists survived. If this is true, you could very easily replenish and strengthen your own forces if you were to re-recruit them in Babylon's name. The third scroll contains the information and a hastily drawn map of the following. You will see the free cities presented before you, and there is a large section here that has been marked by this miasma. You can see that there are notes depicting that it seems to not be a traditional disease. Perhaps it is spread through the air like pollen or a fungus. You can also see that Riverton and Blackfield are the 2 cities majorly affected, but also Saphira has been affected. Furthermore, you can see that there are several indications of mathematical equations of the wind vectors of the area, depicting that this miasma may yet be shifting southward towards Saphira. Swar, go ahead and make me an alchemy check at this time.
May I do an Arcana check to see if his sort of wind vectors and things of this are correct? Sort of.
Sure.
I will play your inspiration. I cannot look bad, you know.
Yeah. And yeah, you can roll Arcana to check his math.
Ah.
Dig, why did you activate your martial check proficiency?
Marshall the guy.
Oh,
You just show the guy, hey, look what I can do. Isn't that fucking cool, man?
Yo, I know how much you can lift just by looking at you.
Alright, so we'll start with Scat. You check his math, and it seems to be pretty well done. There are certainly some routes to get to the answer that you would have taken differently, but it seems that the initial synopsis of the Cipher Mage appears to be correct. The shifting of the weather and wind will eventually see the miasma strike Saphira. It would seem that the concourse of a few months is perhaps a bit hopeful of a number. It's far more likely to be a couple months rather than 3. But if it maintains its current course, you believe that the Cipher Mage is correct. Swar, as you take a look at the notes presented, you yourself are a master-skilled alchemist and procurer and producer of such vile and terrible diseases, poisons, potencies, things of that nature. But this is something else entirely. This is a masterpiece. You're not even sure if it's a poison or if it's a disease. It certainly seems to act like one. You think that the Cypher Mage's initial belief that it is fungal in nature may not be too far off the mark, but it's far more than even that. A master in your own right, to observe another master's work is something truly inspiring, beautiful even, and at the same time infuriating. If this would be allowed to propagate, it may harm your position.
This is some very advanced stuff. Yes, yes, yes. We can. Yes, I think I can work on this. Yes, yes, yes. We can figure something out.
Swar, does this seem verdant and natural, or some sort of fictitious, adulterated, wrought, shaped, and worked disease?
This is the work of Master, and if the Master is nature, I do not know, but this is at the same level of my experience.
Seems as if this disease may be elixir-borne.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It may have escaped.
Maybe. I do not care how it is there. It is there.
Yes, my lord, and I was hoping that perhaps, if you find the trade amenable, that I might get your assistance in the stopping of it.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a good challenge. Prove I'm worthy. Yes, I have to do this.
Vyson, how much time, what is the time horizon you believe there is to stop it before it interacts and couples in Saphira?
2, perhaps 3 months. I would respectfully request that whatever aid you might be able to provide is given before then, before the aid is rendered inert.
I assure you it's 3 is thinking rather hopefully. 2, I think minimum is what you see here.
Then a month and a half? Yes? It will take some time to implement whatever aid that you are able to procure, I'm sure.
That is dependent on your current plan.
My current plan, my lord, if you are able to provide an antidote, is to use the considerable resources of Saphira in order to enact it. I've already spoken with a few heads of the mercenary guilds there, and they have agreed that the danger, if it continues on its presented course, will only get worse. My hope is that whatever antidote you could provide, we could use on the crops and the citizenry, to save the people and their food sources.
Why is it that you wish to protect Saphira of all places?
It is my home.
I see. This arcane practice that you have, it is not forbidden in this place.
Oh no, my lords. In fact, many things are tolerated in Saphira that are not tolerated elsewhere in the continent. Not only is magic able to be practiced semi-openly, but in the foreigner districts, one is not constrained at all by such belief structures. There are even some of your kind that can be found walking openly in the sunlight within the foreigner district.
Oh, how swell. Do know that this rune-carved theurgy and glamour is also free to do in our domain.
He will nod. Of course, my lords.
Perhaps for some safe extraction. Some refugees may wind up here, given the severity of this task and the fact it's on its path to spreading.
Catching what you're putting down, he will say, well, I hope it does not come to that, obviously, but I will, of course, put in a good word should any within Saphira be searching for a second home of regress.
Indeed. To be protected and safe here, as our entire populace is. Now, this cult of Babylon you have listed. Do you have any further details on them? Location, directive, action, figurehead?
A figurehead, no, my lords. I have listed the last known locations from the sources that I have covered, and what I suspect their movements are. I will admit that, as they are a secretive group, their movements have been difficult to track. Not impossible, mind you, but difficult.
I see. Swar. What is the likelihood you may assist with this poison? With this miasma?
Hello? Did I miss something?
No, I think. Yeah. Swar? Nobbis?
Me, I got a text from
Okay.
work. What? Did
Sorry.
you ask me?
I
Didn't
was
understand your words anyway.
It's okay. I was I was asking what sort of chances, what sorts of thoughts do you have towards how long it would take to fix this miasma?
It would take some time, yes, but we are going there anyway, so might as well, right?
Oh!
I would concur with this.
He will seem a bit caught off guard by that, and then will simply bow.
So, Scat will sort of gesture for him to come along beside him. Please, do assist me here. Yes. Scat will begin to point at his calculations, pull out another piece of parchment, and figure out some change that he could do to the wind to redirect it. So in Scat's mind, he isn't an expert on this, and he wants he wants to use Vison's mind here to assist him in manipulating these equations in regards to the wind. How do you slow down the wind such that it goes to Sephora later or becomes stagnant? In Scat's mind, he's translating these same manipulations to the equation to figure out how to adjust the winds in the region such that it blows in any number of other directions that he chooses. Scat, trying to think of the evil thing to do here, I guess, wants to just, okay, we promise you we'll save it from Sephora, we'll do that, agreed, but just send the mist somewhere else, which is even worse. Probably bouncing off of something like the Mytherian weak points he's describing in the same document. But Scat doesn't. Scat's trying to get him to do it for him, because Scat doesn't necessarily know how. Or now it gives him twice the chances, I guess.
He comes over, and seeing as how you're trying to manipulate the equations to control the wind, he is very interested in such nerdy talk, and will even perhaps begin to forget that he is standing here with a bunch of demons.
I see. Now,
if only we possess such magic, my lord, that would allow us to create wind.
All things come in due patience. And then he does a sinister laugh, trying to indicate what he means to the rest of the demons.
Vicen will go, yes, but his is like the, yeah.
I see. Well, other than ward off its direction, does this disease see as if it spawns from a point or a source? Is anything known of this?
All measurements seem to indicate, my lords, that it has originated from the Pride Lake ruins. He will point slightly north.
I see.
What is there?
I know not, my lord.
I see. Yeah, I don't have. I maybe I'm struggling to think right now, but I can't think of much else to do, like other unless we go to these ruins and like solve it there, or like do something to the wind to the effect, and like blow it somewhere else. I can't really think of anything else to do.
That's fine. I mean, it's what he came for was an antidote to this miasma. Because he didn't even know it was possible to control the wind to that level. Remember, that's magic that's like 6th level or higher, which is not nearly unheard of in Corvinus.
Vicen, it's been quite good working with you. I do appreciate it. I did notice by your side. Is that a spell book?
Oh yes, this is one of many of my spell books. He will then open his robe, and you will see that there are 2 holsters with spell books in them.
I am. I am not from these parts, let's say. I'm a foreigner. I guess much like your friends.
Yes, of course, you are from somewhere else.
Yes. What interesting baubles, objects, or curios do you think exist in these lands that one such as you or I may attach to our spell books in this way?
Well, if I had to be... Well, I mean, there are gemstones, of course, aplenty, especially that the dwarves have dug up from their mountain homes. I suppose censor salts. The Metharians, despite their proclivity against apostatism, have made several innovations towards the use of artificial magic and the use of potions and vials and tonics and tinctures and salt as well.
I see. Well, thank you. I shall look into these.
Yes, my lord.
Any other areas of business?
Oh! Suddenly realizing that he's talking to a fucking alien, he will take a step back. Oh no, my lords, that's all I needed. Yes, that is all.
Fantastic. Would you like to stay present in Flow Pedal or Down Frown? This work on the miasma.
Yes, I can elect to stay within Downfrown or the surrounding area. I have some personal projects to research as well. I will stay close by in the hopes that we might find a solution together.
Yes. If needed, we shall send word, wizard.
Very good, very good. Well then, if there's nothing else, my lords, I'll get out of your hair, horns.
We appreciate the sentiment. Pig? Sorry, pig cubed?
Yes, my lady.
Giant.
Yes, my lady.
I think this is the first time we've actually talked, interestingly. Ensure that, looks to, Bacon. Bacon, was it?
Yes, ma'am.
Turns back. Ensure that Bacon and his whatever supplies he's needed goes unmolested, but does not go unchecked. It's precautions, after all.
Pig
I'm
Cube
sure
will
someone
nod.
like it.
Come along with me. Okay, and that will conclude said event. So now you have another side quest, Swar, and it's pretty much up to you on how you want to go about it. You can choose to cure it, you can choose to sabotage it, and do whatever you want to do.
Well, I can tell you already, his plan is to make a disease that cures it, but gives you another disease.
Okay.
If possible, of course. But
Yes, of course. Yes.
that's his goal.
Yes. No one will kill them but me. I
Exactly.
am the one. I am most fiendish.
I was
Going to
unaware.
buff the miasma.
Where we stands up? Oh, yes, cough.
Did we find out if this plague was magical in any way?
What is presented is Swar honestly doesn't know. It certainly he doesn't know if it's a production of nature, if it's a production of magic or some other artificial conception. He wasn't lying when he said that it was on par with something he could make, or perhaps, dare I say, even beyond what he might be able to make. Such a thing will take time for Swar to research. Zahaab, I can't. That fucking image, dude. I can't.
I'm sorry. It's just like when you said on pause, something so I could make. I could help myself. Okay. So, that Viking fella and what we've heard from Sephora as of late. Not Sephora, fucking hell. What Sephora? Sorry. And what we've heard of Sephora as of late, was unaware that there was practitioners of arts here that deft or adept such practiced arcane practitioners in such a region, the foreigners, the density down there. That could be a huge boon if we are able to. As he's speaking, he quickly realizes something, and he's gonna do a sort of check, something like a investigation if there's some sort of arcane residue left by this guy. Essentially, he's gonna check if they're being spied on right now, because there was just a wizard in the room.
I mean, we're still speaking wicked anyway, right?
Yeah. This is like we just let the KGB spy into the CIA headquarters, and now we're like, oh wait, we can't. We gotta do a little.
You do a quick scan for bugs, and you don't find any.
Okay. He'll continue
Swar.
speaking. It's just like they're quite adept. Having them using this as a platform for them, many of their more skilled individuals stand up here would be quite good. There is limited space for practitioners such as that in this continent, and we would do best to make use of it. In addition to this cult of Babylon, we have 2 points of good expansion here currently. In addition, I don't know if this is just a realization of Swar and I, so you got quite shy whilst looking at the map, but though the others doing work here are quite proficient as well.
Yes. could be nature, but it would be quite some coincidence if it is. This is some high-level stuff.
Indeed. So, one thing, as I had his assistance in doing that I did not quite point out. Not only, so as far as he is aware, the winds, if changed, could halt the poison. But, if needed, could blow it further in the direction of our choosing, so long as we find the magics capable of actualizing this idea. In addition, if you manage to change the forces functioning upon this miasma in the air, that is, change their weight, their density, their flow and geometry, potentially we could control what direction they flow as well. That is, by changing their shape and form, it's equivalent to changing the winds in the region. Something that you might be more capable of, Swar. If not, we'll have to ask a higher power for assistance.
Yes. But the first plan is to make a cure, and then maybe add something of my own into that cure.
I see. So, Scat, accepting this, he does slide the page over to him, showing that if you change the geometry of the sort of the particle of the poison from what is assumed to be a sphere to some sort of conical structure, when the wind hits it, it actually will move in the opposite direction, showing that it would, instead of going to Severa, to some under the region on the map. There's a lot we can do with this.
Yes, plan B can be altering the current disease into another density or such.
Yeah.
So it's hits by different winds as well.
Indeed. Okay. So that is that for this. I say we continue our research.
There was just a thought that I've sort of replaying that back in my mind. Did he say that the most prominent vector by transmission was the wind, or that it was the only transmission vector?
If I do recall, he said prominent.
Prominent. Okay.
Do we know that, Swar, do we know this to be true with the samples we have?
Do we, Arcadum?
Say again?
Does it spread like normally the skin, or is it only the wind? Or something like that?
Well, the problem here is that the miasma is aptly named because he believes, at least Vyson believes, that it is protracted through breathing it in. So the wind spreading it is the problem, because it's going to spread quickly. Well, perhaps not. Well, fairly quickly, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That's still pretty quick to go that far, that quickly as a big gas cloud, essentially. The other problem is that the cloud isn't breaking apart, which is why he believes it has to be a heavier substance than just a regular sort of disease or smell, or miasma, which is what that's called in the olden times. They didn't know about germs and stuff, which is why he thinks it's pollen or a fungus. What he believes is that the area that it's being blown towards is constantly being infected and then regurgitated up in the air, and therefore refreshing the cloud, so to speak. But it's not really... But that's just what he's been able to find. There's too many pieces still missing.
Yeah.
With Swar's investigations onto the sample that we acquired, would these be in line with that, or I am expecting there's some sort of eureka moment that Swar might have in regards to the tampering he did with the sample once he's given this information. Like it'd be obvious to him, like, oh, that he's right. That is that is some spores. Or oh, this guy's clearly wrong. It's this other thing. Like, is this possible to happen?
Yeah,
Or...
he just needs to research it. He literally just got given it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I believe this will take. I believe he said it is not the only vector. Wind is the major vector, but this would require Swar to do some more, spend some more time with it.
Yes, it is probably very likely that after someone is infected, they could just breathe on someone and they have a risk of getting infected as well. Pretty basic disease stuff.
Makes sense. In that case, I'd like to offer whatever assistance I can. I may not have much, but if you give me a day, I can make myself relatively immune to diseases and the like.
Okay. But then what? Do you want to be tested and checked?
You could use it for a vaccine at the very least. I may be able to make some considerations and possibly make myself a little bit more resilient to intravenous cleansing, if needs be.
Yes, this is a good idea.
Now, Swar, you're never one to vaunt the animus of conceit, but please, hubris in this may cost us some great boon.
I don't know what you just said, but sure.
Don't play with yourself too much.
Why not?
That's Scat trying to say it in a dumbed down way.
It's okay. I'm good. I'm pretty safe.
I see. Well, I believe we should return to our research, and Swar is to call us back once some interesting moments are hit with this research. Going once, going twice.
Sold.
Time's good time.
Okay. So just to confirm, you are going to research the
Yeah.
the fog. Okay. Yep.
Can I change what I'm researching now that the last thing's done?
Sure. Okay, so are you typing that up? Okay. Let's go ahead and do this.
Let's go, boys! I'm actually really hyped. This is a fun geopolitical little moment we got. There's so much stuff in that little edge city of the map.
Did we get the tunnel stuff or did we not? I forgot.
You did get that. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And that was where? Around the mountains, or?
It's in the mountains where you guys are actually at. It's in the mountains around you guys. Okay, so Pig Cubed will review the mountain schematics and will report that essentially there are movements in the tunnels which will give access to mines, so you guys can make higher tiered mines. But more importantly, there is a strategic route that she was able to discover that she believes will lead behind the wall. Now, this is a big deal, because if that is true, and the tunnel is able to be secured, that is a way for active demons to go from the demon wastes behind the wall on the surface. However, you're going to have to expend quite a few resources in order to secure that. So you have to decide how you want to go about that. Also, you can send recruiters to procure these missing Babylonian cultists to try and infuse your numbers. However, the problem with that is that you'll have to take them in and tell them not to reveal that they're Babylonian cultists. Because remember, you're supposed to be serving Agamemnon, not Babylon. So there's the other problem. How you want to decide about going that is up to you, and what resources you want to spend, and whether or not you want to do it yourselves.
What type of resources would it be to clear or secure the caves? Would it be like army resources?
Personnel.
Yeah, okay. But is it better with like soldiers, or is it like any personnel?
It's basically your soldiers. Like
yeah,
you'll be spending your soldiers to go and secure it. But if you are able to secure it from the denizens therein, then you would be able to. If you are able to secure it, you will have the ability to recruit demons directly from the wastes, which is very cool.
Our boys are completely trained. The boys we recruited.
Bruh.
I have listed here. You have 2 Daemon Touch Tieflings with the Caco Hearts, Barbarian and a Cleric, 7 Warriors, one of which is high potential, and 5 Acolytes.
What about the personal, what's it called, battalion, squadron that we have, one each? Are these finished training by now, or?
They are not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How long left on that, approximately?
It should be finished by this month. They'll be trained for their basic.
Okay.
For their basic.
So we can send it after. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. This was something that I think Scat really wanted. He really wanted a way past that wall. I think it's so like the positional advantage is so good, right? You gotta think about it this way. Like if you really want to take a big print on the continent, I'm talking like Brass Baron type thing. If we get the wizards from the south and the foreigners safely up to our region because they have to flee for some reason, we have access to the center of the continent with the demon wastes, right? And on top of that, the Mytherian presence is like strongly weakened, and we can teleport. I think we can really like. I don't see a way we don't dominate, right? Like we have everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Gabriel's definitely going to send like all of his boys to secure the tunnels. Like every single person is going out. I'm sorry, die for the cause.
And about the Babylonians, I don't know if that's some more like Scat's thing, I think. Or maybe ThroatThief.
Well, I can tell you that what's listed here is that there are approximately 1,000 cultists in Babylon that survived the initial fall, and they are scattered. If you were to send recruiters, you have the potential of getting up to that many more cultists, which would be a substantial gain in numbers for you. However, the problem is that they serve Babylon, not Agamemnon, so you're going to have to find some way around that, which is your big challenge there.
That is homework for Zig.
They worship us, so we can just get bigger. Stronger. Not us, they worship Babylon.
If you don't remember, Leo, there's a little bit of a conflict between Agamemnon and Babylon here, right?
Yeah, but we can just have them secretly worship us.
Yeah. But that's the thing, you need to convince them.
Yeah, we gotta convince them to come here.
Do you think it's easier to convince somebody to secretly worship Agamemnon or secretly worship Babylon or worship us, you think? What do you think about that?
You're basically...
I just want to hear your thought.
You're basically... Okay. We're not converting them from Babylon to us. They're already worshiping Babylon. We're basically servants of Babylon. So we just continue doing what they're doing.
You're not
in real life. In real life, Leo, do you think it's easier to make people like worship a political figure or worship the Antichrist? Which one do you think is easier?
What if both? Both. What if they're both the same person?
Sick. Actually,
I'm sorry, but you're not getting
that was a decent counter.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
not gonna lie, that was pretty
Yeah,
good.
no. He's actually.
I'll stop wasting time. But yeah. Okay. But yes. I want
rare
to
Leo
swap his
W.
research. Can he do that? I know. Can I swap my research also, or no?
To what?
I kind of want to just get built on my chakram and a +1. Want to know how much it's gonna be to get a +1 on the armor, half plate armor? Like how much that would cost?
It costs 2 patience.
Cool. Is the party down to do that or no?
Use the patience that you lost.
Yeah, use it.
Oh,
You're free to use more patience. It's okay.
All right, cool, great. Okay, then I'll do that then. Sure.
Okay.
Dankeschön.
Does anybody else, other than me, have any grandiose plans? Come on, guys, you're demon. You're fiends.
I kind of want to.
Like,
Gabriel does want to fight the angel in the fucking thing. He's made that clear. He does want to fight the angel to get the angel feathers up in up in that area. But we're gonna do Saphira first, I assume.
Well, you guys can do anything you want. You have teleportation access, like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I kind of want to fight the angel.
Remember,
no balls.
Remember, it costs 3 patience to teleport. You now have 20 patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking one of the ways we can bait the Babylonian people in is if we can let them do something like that would please Babylon enough. Something particularly evil, like I guess kill an angel. This would be pretty sick. So let's do the stuff in the south, then get the people in the Babylonian cult to join us. Send our boys to the wall, go murder this angel, regroup, and plan for the conquest. I guess this is sort of my plan.
Yes.
Before we go to the
so
south,
recruiters.
all I would like. Go ahead, Leo.
Okay, so you're saying recruiters open the tunnel, and then Saphira or recruiters recruit the Babylonian people, clear the tunnel, and what else? What's last after that?
Deal with the south. So Saphira and this poison.
Okay, cool, nice.
Before we do go south, though, so what's stopping us right now from each one of these things? Before we deal with the south, we need Swar to understand this poison a little bit better. I'd feel a lot more comfortable with that, and then we can get ready based on that information.
Yeah.
Before we clear the tunnel, we need our warriors ready, and before we go after the angel, we'll need to recruit the Babylonian people, which will take research to like figure out how to reach out to them. So, there's all of those things. So I'm going to research the movements of the Babylonian cult. Once we know that, we can send our B team, the sort of the Weeping Blade guy and I forget my apprentice's name. Anyway, she's a shade
Fiona.
merchant. We can send them to Fiona. We can send them to go meet up with the cult. And continue on and our boy Lionel. We can send them. Anyway, so we have everything ready. We just need a few weeks of research, and then we should get after it, guys.
Lionel,
anybody with any other
Tony Silvis and Fiona Tacita, you are tasking with going and recruiting the Babylonians.
What was the other? There was one more person that was here that was a bit sketch, but joined the cult, and they found her last time.
Alice of Lafette.
Alice of Lafette, of course. Get old girl in there too. I think having somebody that was newly recruited and has joined up would be positive. to recruit others. You know.
Yeah.
What is the I was going to ask, what is the expected return of after this recruitment?
What do you mean? Like how long?
How
It'll
long
take
will
for
it
them to get
take?
here?
Yeah.
Unknown. Couple months at least.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Because they got to go send word, and then they have to actually travel here.
So I would like to talk to Tony before they leave, at least if they do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, how much time would be cut down if we teleport them there, make them speak, and then come back?
Oh, like half of it.
Yeah. So I think if it's gonna take a couple months, it's best to teleport them. And that basically what we're saying is to be clear about what the cult is. Like, don't lie about the big stuff. You can have white lies about the small stuff around the cult if it sweetens the pot with them, and to indicate that we want to make a march towards taking out this angel. In the name of Agamemnon. Oh, I'll have to think this up.
Yeah.
You talk to them first.
To bring about the downfall of Mefaria, first and foremost.
Swar, you talk about them first.
What do you mean about them? Like what?
You talk to Tony about the.
Yeah.
I'll talk with ThroatThief about what we need.
All right, you call Tony Silvis. Yes, master.
Ah, yes. My apprentice, you have done well so far. And in the agreement that we made or something, I don't really care. I will, of course, reward you for your service. So, here, I have a sample of the great Black Tears of Abaddon that I am now giving to you, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can give it to your weeping whatever, or whatever, just spread misery, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm sure you can get enough gold for yourself, so, and I'm kind of short at the moment, so. Just rob some people off the street or something.
He will bow.
I hope this is sufficient for now.
He will nod. It is an honor.
Very good. That is all, from me at least.
Okay, he will salute and
I may have to get an apprentice.
So, ThroatThief, I believe, for the Babylonians, what we ought to do is indicate to them that we wish to take down the Metherians and this angel through fiendish means. And amongst us there are 2 followers of Babylon that may unrestrained express their devotion to them in this place. In fact, there is an arena in which great, glorious events are held for these fiendish lords. And hopefully we can track it such that when the recruits are talked to and sent down here, when they arrive, will be a grand festival for various cult worshippers. And seeing as how our last festival was a great success, our last bout in the Colosseum, this too will be a great success. And mortals as they are, in momentary fleeting moments of ecstasy and joy that festivals can bring, can sweeten the pot and weaken their inhibitions to join forces, at least for some time, such that we may in fact take down this angel.
Indeed. I think the best way to coax it out of them would be to give them the tools to indulge in their own revelry and hedonism. And then once they're lowered, as you said. We give them a stirring speech. Feed them the truth that they so desperately want, even if it's not the one that's actually available. Tell them that
Indeed.
we've been given a great task, and as part of that, we want to take down the angel. A good performance, the right amount of props, actors, people who would serve, who actually do serve Babylon, giving support to us. It'd be all so easy for them to follow, like lambs.
Yes, in revelry. Even if we're unaligned, we may see eye to eye in action. And with the rose-tinted glasses, all the red flags of Agamemnon may appear white.
Indeed. Or white that stained blood red.
Indeed. So so this is the sort of plan, I guess, and it's what we'll tell them to do. That one, clearly indicate to the Babylonians, no, the Babylon followers, that there is safety here for them, even regardless of how they wish to worship or show devotion. We are on relatively equal footing, and we too follow Babylon. This isn't a lie, because there are devils amongst us. And we wish to take part in similar action, and particularly grandiose action that neither party can necessarily do on their own. Yeah, this is the idea, and this is what we're gonna send them off through the teleporter to use to try and recruit the Babylonians. On top of the fact that this isn't like you don't have to come here and then there's like a death penalty for leaving or anything, or there's some deserting. You come here to a celebration, to an event that they're invited to. It's given with gifts.
There is safety here. There is no outlaw of the worship of Babylon or any other god here. It is a place of freedom. Obviously, not all freedoms, because we really don't want to see everyone naked in the streets. But
Speak for yourself.
Especially focusing on like arcane freedoms and things like this. That would be solid, I think. What can we send them to sweeten the pot a little bit? What can we send with these people to give as a gift? Does anyone have a spare magic item? Anybody have a spare magic item laying around?
There's 1,000 and one item won't really matter much, I think.
Which item?
They are 1,000 people, right? One item won't change much.
But I assume they have a figurehead. It's just like an indication, like, here's one thing, but there's more.
I think it was specifically stated that they didn't have a figurehead that could be observed, so chances are they're scattered. They're going to have like a shifting leadership. So we might be able to get away with like not like one magic item, but like 20 semi-magic items to sort of say like, we have this in supply. Come join us. We can discuss more. We're just giving them the tip before,
So, like, in religious ceremonies here, like, do people give each other... They give each other, like, incense and holy water. Can we just go to the cage and just pick up some of that stuff? And just...
Yeah.
We go to the demonic grocery store, just give them, like, some grocery store gifts?
Yeah, that's
we'll just get them, like...
like when your buddy comes back from Korea with the special Kit Kats. Like, to them, it was just a convenience store thing. But you're like, this is sick, dude. This is foreign.
Oh, my God. It's like Cheetos without the dust.
Dude, we get them the demonic Kit Kats from the cage.
Yes.
The fiendish M&Ms.
Well, I mean, you could always give them the gift of slaves.
Ooh, okay. This is a classic gift.
Yeah, and it also falls in line with Babylon, who is a lot of tyranny and oppression.
So, what's a demonic number of slaves we could give them?
6d6.
6.9.
Solid 20 to do it.
Okay.
Uh,
But can we send 20 slaves through the teleport?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
We
not
send
people.
these. Yeah. Okay. The items. Okay. We
yeah,
send.
I can't do that.
Okay. We send these four
To
with
be
20
clear, through the
slaves.
demon's eyes, they're not people. Please don't fucking clip that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And Swar would assign the nightmare hug to Tony that he paid for.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good
So okay. So we're sending these guys with these slaves. Given the trying to basically make these cults be in the middle, not necessarily outright lying to them about anything. We're welcoming them with open arms. We're basically sending them an invitation to do bigger things as we join forces. I think for us, and this is above table a little bit, just for us as demons, if we grow the cult to include the Babylon one, kill an angel, and make a footprint on the continent, I think we kind of done our job for Agamemnon and we're good. Like, we could just go back to do stuff. Yeah. So
I mean, we have
we're
like
never gonna have
400
to face-
people, so
we're never going to have to face the consequences anyway. So,
Yeah, basically.
yeah, okay. This seems like a good plan.
Also,
Let's
remember
set-
your actual purpose. From the very beginning.
Yeah, to grow the
Yes,
Well,
to
you're
grow
actually,
Babylon.
You're
To grow
actually
Babylon's
serving
interest.
Babylon. As a reminder.
yeah, but we have a contract, right? Or is it they that have the contract? I forgot who has the contract.
Yeah, but do you like being under someone, or do you like your better boss?
Well, you're always under someone.
Okay, so your top or bottom
yeah.
was what I just heard there.
I mean, like, okay. Okay, so, like, basically Babylon's like the pimp, and you don't want to disrespect your pimp.
Of course.
Because at the end of the day, we all came from Babylon, basically. So it's good to give him a bit of his
Well,
due.
the whole reason, as a reminder, is that you're here to undermine Agamemnon by gaining his trust. You're not his ally. Right?
I thought we were his ally by contract.
No.
Okay.
No.
Got
Your
it.
actual mission is to undermine Agamemnon's movements, but to also use it. Basically, you're siphoning power from Agamemnon and giving it to Babylon. And eventually, the hope is that you'll betray him and then establish a permanent presence of Babylon. But when to do that is the problem. Because when you do that, there will, of course, be consequences. And you have to make sure that you're ready when you do that.
In line with that, I think that this is a decent course of action. I can't think of anything obvious and glaring that's failing in this plan. Can I do an intelligence check from Scat just to see if there's anything glaring wrong with this?
I believe
I want to just ask the DM, but I feel like rolling is more fair.
I can't give you a check to see. Is this a bad idea? No, you either think it
You
is,
saw bad
unless you're gonna
Wait.
actually. You have magic that can do that.
Yeah, I actually do.
You have
You have
the
wheel
sphere.
and
You
wall.
have,
You have wheel and wall.
you have the sphere.
the
of
scry,
it.
you
You have
have-
the sphere. You could just use
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That is
Yes.
true. Yeah.
I
This is
wish-
with
yeah,
teleporting.
it's
It
true.
is within 7 days as well. So
Yeah.
If we teleport the wisdom of it. So, the spell for this is... What's it gonna do? Go find it.
I also think the demons in the demon wastes are Babylonian. I think so.
Um,
We should be in a much better spot if we bring them on.
I think it's a mix.
Maybe I'm not sure.
I think they don't really care unless someone says tells them to do something.
True.
They'll follow their nature first and foremost,
Yeah.
which we could play into our favor. We
Yeah.
just tell the devils that we wish to operate into a contract. If you'd accept, and in that case, we would be glad to have you on board. If not, piss off. Hope you joking Mefarian dick.
Invite the
Damon's
demons
still
into
be
the
interested in-
arena.
Yeah, just treat their natures.
Yeah. The demons will get souls.
Okay,
depending
so
on
I
their
so I,
souls and
ca-
stuff.
I cast divination.
Okay.
On the course of actions of connecting the two cults via the way we just described.
Can you recite it clearly for me?
Fiona, Tony, Lionel, and Alice will be sent via teleportation to contact the cult of the current members of the Babylonian cult on Corvallis to convince them to join forces to do greater actions such as break through the wall. Make break through the wall to the demon's wastes, allowing demons to pass out from the demon wastes into Corvallis proper, attacking an angel, and diminishing the other powers on the continent. They are too welcomed here, safe with open arms in this current domain, under the cult of Agamemnon, celebrated upon their arrival with great revelry from the Colosseum, in hopes that joining forces will in fact cause these events as we expect them. There we go. That was pretty clear, I think. Oh yeah, with the 20 slaves.
Or he's sending them to Saphira, not the other place, not the Demon Waste.
So Saphira is where we're gonna go to deal with the miasma, the other things. The Demon Wastes is just one of the things that I'm pointing out to them that we have grander hopes to do.
Okay.
What we're going to do in the Demon Wastes is a little complicated as of yet. We need a little bit more.
Yeah. I assume we're just sending the 4 people to the recruiters to the Saphira, basically. All right.
I'm thinking. The act of combining your cultist forces may result in infighting if the masquerade is lost.
Yeah.
What's the masquerade?
The masquerade is in reference to the farce that you're doing.
So no, I get what you mean. The masquerade could be in terms of us in relation to our contract with our connection to Agamemnon, or it could be the cult, right?
It's in reference to
more specifically, it is the fact that the cultists you have now serve Agamemnon through you. Those cultists serve Babylon direct. So mixing them when Babylon and Agamemnon are at best rival forces and at worst enemies, because one is considered a usurper and a upstart, means that there might be infighting between those cultists naturally. So the idea is that you have to maintain the masquerade. The masquerade is whatever you wish for it to be, that you are servants of Agamemnon and that you are taking these Babylonian cultists and turning them to Agamemnon, or that you talk to these Babylonians and convince them that you also serve Babylon, but you are doing so in secret to undermine Agamemnon and to use Agamemnon's position to further the throng of Babylon. It's up to you how you want to. It's up to you how you want to do that. The divination reveals that if you do not properly keep the masquerade, there will be infighting.
I just thought of something that's completely like different, like away from this, and it's kind of dumb. If one has the message spell, can they just message Agamemnon? Can I just be, hey buddy, like, I know you're busy right now.
You mean the sending spell?
Yeah, sending spell. Or like, can I just scry on Agamemnon? I like know his name, so like.
You can do all those. You can attempt to do all those things.
I can. Wait, can I send Babylon a voicemail, dude?
Well, deities work differently
Probably.
because they're not on the same plane of existence.
I
So
see.
you have to pray to them. But Agamemnon is on this plane of existence.
Okay. I see.
And to be
Okay,
clear,
sorry.
your divination was answered by Babylon or his minions.
Oh, so he's like, oh,
Yeah, you
don't
guys-
blow up
We
the
embody
spot.
Babylon.
You
We
guys
embody
serve Babylon.
Babylon.
Like,
But me, Scat, knowing that Babylon is the receiver of this divination, he's basically telling us to not blow up the spot too much.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, okay, guys, why don't we invite the Babylon cult to occupy Flow Petal, and we keep all our guys in Downfrown, and we just make sure they never meet. We do like a Miss Doubtfire situation.
Exactly.
Every time we go to see them, we dress one way. Every time we stay back, we dress one way.
Is there
That's
enough
just
space?
that's such a bureaucracy. Do we have everything in a Downfrown, right? All the supplies are in Downfrown, or no? Like, what's in Flow Pedal at the moment?
Flow Petal is your place. Downfrown is the city below you.
I don't think 1,000
No, we
people
don't have
would
like
fit,
supplies
right?
there. Okay.
1,000 people
yeah,
would
that
not
would-
fit in Flow Petal, but they would fit in Downfrown.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, shit.
guys, I think we're gonna rebuild everything in Flow Pedal and
We
then
can-
move all the
we-
guys to Downfrown. This would be
Or we
so
can
funny.
just get
I know I'm mixing comedy with
get
the actual goal, but it would be so funny if we actually just set up two plays that we just see what happens.
True. We could also just get another town. We could also just secure another town. That would be
You
pretty
could just
funny.
conquer another town and put them there. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. Just
That sounds
conquer another
fun.
town. Just be like,
Do a little
pick 'em
pillaging,
up, put 'em
a little
over there.
raiding, perhaps.
exactly.
Do we know any close
There you
ones?
What the fuck is
Oh,
that
we can check
picture,
them out,
Knob?
yeah.
Like what?
It's my homies, you know?
Just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out, you know?
Is that Kanye West? Fucking bald ass Kanye West.
Sure, yeah, of
Oh my
course.
god,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Kanye West when he gets older. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, it probably was. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Stop,
Okay, but yeah,
please!
we need
Just
to
fucking
conquer,
play the game.
conquer another town. Let's see, we gotta think about this. Okay, so we're gonna teleport slaves and people to recruit Babylonians, and then just do the shit in the meantime, basically. Conquer another town or something in the meantime, or something.
Okay. So we send the slaves over there. Send the boys. Send the boys with the
Yeah, send the
slaves
boys.
up there. Give word. In the meantime, we run up, quickly pillage a town, make sure it's cleared out. Come back. By that point, the Babylonians come down here. We celebrate in the Colosseum. We celebrate in like the arena. And at the end of the celebrations, we're like, "Yo, we respect your guys' hustle so much. Here's your own town. Make shop. You're our neighbors. Anytime you need sugar,
And then we
pull up.
tell
Make sure everything's going okay. Teleport down to Saphira. Deal with that stuff up there. Come back up. Meet up
Yeah.
with them. By that point, they've like instantiated themselves. Go kill the angel.
Okay.
Open up the wolf. Open up the demon wastes. And the campaign's
Yes.
over by then.
Very good plan. Let's go. Let's do it before the campaign ends. Oh my god.
Well, the big
Yeah.
hole in this plan that I think Babylon just pointed out to us is that, like, even if they're in two side-by-side towns, right? I think there's gonna be infighting, right? So we can either
Yes,
deal with
that's
the
why we tell
infighting,
them the story.
but we could what story?
We could tell
Leo?
them that Babylonians will be our new slaves, and we will have their own little town that's gonna have shittier things. But then we actually
What
just
happens
have
when
we actually
one
just have
shit-
the town be like the fucking
You
the Bugatti and
You
shit.
think the pigs of Argos can go a single day next to a town of Babylonian worshippers and not knock on their door and tell them, "You're going to be our slaves"? By the way, like they're going to be such shitheads about it if we say this.
Exactly.
You guys
but
are
that's how we
raised.
have
You
to
guys
pick
do
the
have
story and run
evil
with it.
characters. I mean, they're not known for their kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we have
so,
to
like,
pick the story and run with
Be right
it.
back,
We can
Matt.
say they're our slaves.
How about?
Yeah.
I think we have
Yeah,
a
well-
great arena. We invested so much in this arena. How about we say, anytime you want to settle a dispute, chat a little shit, do it.
Just go to the arena.
And if
Duel, yes, we're
and
gonna
if
make dueling
Agamemnon has a
legal.
problem,
That's
if
perfect.
Agamemnon has a problem with the means that we're using to use this, Agamemnon, see me in the arena, cuz. See me, run out, run the
Oh,
fade.
that's perfect.
Pull up,
That's perfect.
Pull up.
The thing is, it's going to make just by attack Memnon saying that it's gonna make his cult stronger. Easy money. It's gonna make everybody stronger. His cult is stronger. Easy money. Just don't slip. Don't slip.
Pull up to the arena and run the fair one. Let's see it.
Don't slip. Just don't slip up. Alright, I think we're ready to time sleep. I think.
Uh,
We sent the boys out. Gotta wait for our
No,
boys
we
to
need,
get
we need,
trained
fi-
for
we need to
10
find a
minutes.
village. Yo, quickly, Matt, let's look at the map.
Yeah.
Let's remap,
Let's
yeah.
go to the map, find the village.
You can swap top left if you want. If you press the down arrow, then you go to the map.
Let's see. Come on, it's map. Let's go. Let's see. Where do we want to go to? We're currently in.
We're currently here.
Downtown.
Okay, let's see. Oh, we're too far away from a lot of shit. King's Cross and it'd be
It's
easy.
not really
but
a
then that's gonna
town,
alert
is
the
it?
Metharians. That's gonna alert the Metharians. Fuck.
No, but the shield is weakened because we sent the slimes there before.
Yeah, we can
yes.
teleport somewhere distant.
But it's also one of the
And just
strongest
keep-
points previously.
Is King's Cross
Yeah.
in strong?
I don't
It's
know.
on the way to the Metharian stuff, and it's on the way to I don't remember. On the way to the Followland, so that's probably not a great idea to take it. But we could teleport to somewhere distant, like a distant town, maybe in the
Okay,
west,
yeah,
or
that
like
is
the
also
south, or
possible.
something.
So,
And then
so
just
we're
use their teleportation to move them around, basically, so they never see each other.
what? Explain why having them distant is useful to us, Leah.
It's not useful to us, but like everything else close by is on the way to Metheria. So unless we want to poke the bear, which we can just poke the bear.
So we can take. Let's try and take King's Cross in, right? And then
Alright.
the Metharian shield is right there, but we're gonna break open the demon wastes. So I think
Yeah, we're gonna just
to the
use
Babylonian brain, right? It seems like it makes sense that we're down from the King's Cross, so we can take the demon waste. Also, I think if we're just gonna tell everyone that if you have beef, go run the fair one, we don't necessarily need to take another city.
Yeah,
They
sure.
can commingle if given that we just need to segregate the town.
It depends how severe the infighting is, I guess.
Yeah.
The thing
but-
is, it's like it's chaotic versus we have chaotic and Babylon's a law for gods. So that's not gonna work well. It is going to lead to infighting.
no, we have neutral. We have a neutral city and cult.
We have a
Neutral.
chaotic city.
It's
Because
neutral.
It's a
Sig used
chaotic
his most fiendish to
Yeah,
sway
Zig
the
used
vote.
his most fingers. That's why we have pigs, because we have a chaotic city. That's the problem.
That's why we have the
I also
Revots.
push for a neutral city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but chaotic is more fun. But the thing is, they're gonna hate Babylonians.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Okay. So
So
we
we
need
have
the
to think
kings.
about that.
So we need the King's Cross in, and then if they do pull
Yeah.
up, they run the fair one. I think the distance plus the very fiendish legal system will help. So it's between King's Cross in and the Dead Man's Flows. Which
That's
one
always-
do you think?
In the middle of the
Okay.
war in Mornhall and the Pale City.
So he's telling me it's vulnerable.
I think there's a lot of traffic there from Metharians.
Yeah, but like. Oh man.
Yeah.
I
That'll
don't
be
know
a-
where to go. There's so many options. That's the thing. We look at it. There's so many options.
But like,
It's very
what
cool.
if we set up shop there? The Metharians pull up. We could just keep killing the Metharians, no?
Yes, we could.
We could just.
I would
farm
probably
the
send the
Metharians.
Angel and then.
And then what? Yeah, that'll be fine. We can kill the angel with the Babylonians, right?
We just have
I
to
think-
keep training our guys.
Mm,
Keep a good amount stationed at each town.
I think a biggest
That's
part
cool.
of the Metharian army is in Deadman's Flow, though. At least
Okay,
the ones
then-
helping in Mornhall.
We can only go to King's Cross Inn or Metheria Shield.
There
Taking
might
out
be some
Metheria-
towns that's not on the map, maybe.
Yeah.
What if we're being stupid? We have an area of like places that lead into the demon wastes on the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
We stand up a large contingency of people to help clear the mountains of frats.
Maybe
And
build a
it's
new
an
town?
online
Or...
push, shit like that. Yeah, around Downfrown and Blow Paddles.
I don't know if we have enough time for that.
Well, we
We
would
could
be
try that.
sending people to do it while we are doing our mission in Saphira.
Wait,
Yes.
you said use the tunnel system we just learned about to
Yeah. We need to
house
clear
people?
Yeah, we clear the mountains around it. That can be a main sort of transit area for them. It keeps it separate. We also need to establish a leadership among the Babylonian cult to say that, hey, this is the terms of our arrangement. We are extending it to you. If you break it, we will make sure that every one of your cult members suffer painfully.
Yes.
Could we set up a
Babylonian
town
contract.
in the Demon Waste at the exit of the tunnel, maybe?
Make a town. We could make a town. Build a town.
Okay, we could do that. Like in the mountainside, yeah, we could definitely do this.
We just build a secret town. That's amazing. That's good.
Okay.
We're gonna build a town, Arcadum. We're gonna build a town in the mountains.
So we took a quick peep around the map, and none of the places in proximity seem very like good places to set up. Would it be possible to set up a small town or encampment or ecosystem for both our cult members and the Babylonian cult members inside of the tunnel system we know exists in the mountain to the left of Downfront?
You could certainly search this area for settlement spots.
Okay, we want to do that. Also, one of the ways we're going to deal with the infighting, I don't know if you were here to hear this.
I was pooping.
But, yeah. Any issues between the cult members of the varying cults or whatever, if they have a problem, they can handle it in the arena. That's how we're going to run the fade.
We're gonna legalize dueling.
And if Agamemnon has a problem with the fact that there's so many Babylonians winning fights in the arena in his encampment, you know what? He can come down and he can run the fade as well.
Legalize dueling.
This is what we're going to be. We're running the Fiendish Society on mutual combat.
So be it.
Still gonna give the Babylonians their own city. But
So what should we? So I think the difficulty is in order of what we do now. Do we want to know about the settlement first? Settlement potential of the mountains first?
I think so.
Or do you want to send these guys first? How long would it take to? How long would it take to study the settlement potential of the mountains?
Does anyone in your party have survival trained?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, so how about we send Swar with survival and Dig because he knows mountains and rocks.
It would take time from the research of the miasma, but
it's okay. We need to focus on Babylon stuff. So maybe just a month of that, then you can go back to the miasma.
Well, you could just hold on. You could just have Pig Cube to do that. She can survey the mountains on your behalf.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can.
How long would it take her?
It's going to take her a while. I mean, to find a good spot, it's going to take probably several weeks to do that because she has to check and travel and do a lot of stuff like that. But you could send people to go recruit with the intention that they will be sent to a spot and try to time it all together correctly. Because it's also going to take time for the Babylonians to travel to where you are anyway.
Yeah.
So it's there's that to be said. I think the big thing that we need to talk about is how much money are you going to spend on building this town? Because you need startup money for that. And who's going to build it? Slaves, probably. But then you're going to have Zig handle that, and then you're going to have the purchasing of slaves, which is a whole other roleplay thing. Granted, you can do that in Saphira, but that's a pretty big Zig-related thing as well. So.
What ballpark are we talking for a startup town in gold?
15,000.
We do have the gold, but
that's doable. Okay.
Yeah.
We do have that, yeah.
So we send Pig to the mountains to find the spot.
Yep.
Send the boys and girls up there to talk to the Babylonians. We go down to Saphira to haggle for some slaves.
Sounds good.
And handle the other shit. And we try and time it also when we get back. We have the slaves building the town.
Yep.
And the Babylonians here to do like a big festival.
Yep.
That'd be lit.
Yep.
That'd be lit. Okay.
Sounds good. Shall I move time forward then, so you can receive orders from Agamemnon?
Yes. Also, I'd imagine that like when Babylonians come down here, we can basically like we take a loan out to build this town. Okay? The Babylonians are eventually going to pay it back because we're basically giving them a town. It's not going to be for free necessarily. And we can tax them a little bit. So it makes sense. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, recuperate some costs that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Before I forget, part of crafting means that I would be able to get singular augments if they're not listed in the crafting, right? The smithing?
If they're not listed, then they're going to be more difficult to get a hold of.
How about finesse on a quarterstaff?
That's easy.
Okay. In that case, I should be ready to craft this before we
Sounds
actually.
good. Just
part
type it out to
here.
me. Type it out, like all the pieces of it.
Will do.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, shall I move time forward then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The next 2 weeks pass by with no interference. You send out your orders. You complete some of your preliminary research, Swar. It's going to take some more hands-on experience. Hopefully you can find some of the people that have actually been affected and afflicted by this material, and you could perhaps reverse engineer their symptoms to figure out more about it. Essentially, you've done all you can with theorems and bookwork. You need to actually get some field work in to deal with that problem. As for the rest of you, you've sent your squads off to do their thing. So the next thing is Agamemnon gives you your orders, and he's going to cast a spell on you guys. It's a major plot point because he's going to send you in disguise in Saphira. And so I get to unveil all of your human forms because he's going to cast a major form of seeming. But I want Sping here for that. So
Okay.
I think that's where we should stop. And hopefully he will fucking be here next time.
Cool.
And awake.
Cool, that was-
And away.
It's a nice meaty session. Got a lot done.
So, is our squadrons finished now? Just for
Is our what? Is your what?
squadrons, the training
Yes,
of the.
yes. Squadron should be
Okay.
done now.
So we send them to clear the.
The tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be sick,
Squad, roll
dude.
out.
This is gonna be sick.
What did you just post in front of me? What the fuck is that? I'm sorry. I just looked down at Silver. I'm sorry. An off topic. Like, what are you doing? Anyway.
That's me.
Anyway, yeah, we'll call it there. Let's see if we got any fan art. Did we get any fan art? I don't see any. Okay. Good stuff, guys.
Sweet.
We might actually leave. Maybe.
Please.
Please.
Zlade yearns for Dig yearns for combat. Oh my god.
I want to fight Pip.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh man.
Good
This is
game,
gonna be
guys.
sick. Good games.
Good games. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys in about an hour for Lords of Light. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Bye, everybody.
Ni hao.
Chat.